G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my guide for week 2 of this side quest. I've done a video for week 1 already. I hope that helped if you watched it. So today we'll be covering week 2, going over every single path, what boosts to use and how to best kill the boss as well. So the boosts that we're using for this week, like I said last video, you can use almost all of these boosts without any issue. And ideally, because you want to be using a high rank symbiote, these can last for all 4 parts of the side quest, because they last for 15 minutes and you can easily smash that out. 4 quests, 4 parts in that time. So we're going to be running 5 boosts for this side quest week. First one here is going to be Gauterize. We ran this one last time. Your special one applies a heal block to regenerating champions, and you can heal some of that regen that they would get as well. The second one is Cleanse. This is probably the most powerful boost out of all of them. When you hold block, you drain your defender's power, so it's very powerful. Of course, we're going to be using the Cracking Blow one. Special one attacks deal increased damage for each armor buff on the defender and remove all armor buffs. So it's not like a nullifier or anything, it's just like a deletion of the buffs really. But you'll see it has a good effect later in this video. And then the fourth one we have on is going to be, not that one, this one, Purge. I've got 11 of these. Yeah, hitting a stunned champion with a heavy attack removes all buffs currently on them, so that's really powerful for champs, for the cosmic champs we fight. They do get some annoying buffs, so we definitely want that Purge one. And then the last one we have, this is not really a super necessary one, it's just an extra one for damage that's pretty good. The special 2 places a poison, bleed, shock, and incinerate. And it does quite a lot of damage, so that you'll see that one has an effect as well. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting on the north path here, we do have this path that's probably one of the easier parts out of the 4. It has Underestimate, so your symbiote basically gets like a bunch of extra attack, and then the regen that these defenders get is a bit extra. So we do have the boost on to apply the heal block, but it's definitely not necessary. You can burst them down pretty easily. And just like the North fight last time, these guys really don't have much health, so they go down really quickly. Alright, so onto the east path now. This is definitely one of the trickier paths, mostly due to the defenders on the path. So you see the buffs here are Explosive Personality and Rich get richer. So when you do have a buff on you, like the Dexterity buff, or that's the only buff that Symbiote gets naturally, when you have that Dexterity buff on you and they don't have any buffs, you will be gaining power passively over time, which is good. Or you can get a Fury from the special 2 as well. But yeah, the Dark Hawk is a bit of a tank, obviously, because he gets that shield mode when you knock him down. But it's not too bad. Like, he doesn't really cause you too many issues. The one that could definitely cause you a potential issue is this Icarus, though, because he does get those buffs on him, these energized buffs. And we do want to use the cleanse boost to drain his power, so he doesn't, cycle those specials, because he can get power very quickly with those energized buffs. We want to use our heavy attack to remove those buffs, because once he gets 7 energized buffs and you start power draining him, that actually deals you energy damage. So you definitely want to make sure he never gets to 7 energized buffs. You want to keep his power drained as much as you can. I mean, if he throws a special 1, that's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. But you definitely want to apply those heavy attacks pretty frequently so he doesn't get up to 7 energized buffs. So we got 6 there, you can see, and we re-parried there, and we throw a heavy attack to remove the buffs. And then the last fight here is just a Civil Warrior, so nothing too scary really. He does get those natural armor up buffs, so he will be gaining power when he has those usually. But you can turn off the armor up buffs with the boost if you have that active to cancel all those armor up buffs, or you can use a heavy attack to get rid of them as well. But you can see our special one is doing extra damage because he has a bunch of armor up buffs. You can see a little extra burst there, so that does help with getting him down a little bit quicker. Alright guys, we're on the bottom path now. This is definitely the trickiest one because there's defensive transference, so they get an armor up buff whenever you block one of their attacks. But there's also armored assault, so whenever they do have an armor up buff, they are fully unblockable. And Symbiote has no way around blocking unblockable attacks or anything. So the only way to combat that is with the heavy attack to get rid of the armor up buffs, or with that other boost we have, we can use our special to pretty much cancel out all those armor up buffs as well. As you see here, we'll use a special one. So yeah, an Iron Fist to start the path isn't too bad. He's a nice warm up. And then you got a Loki here, so obviously Loki gets that passive power gain, so you can get to a special one. So that's a good way to get your openings. If he is unblockable, just dex him a special one and comboing into him after that. Because you can pretty much guarantee he will always have a special one ready to go. So he's a bit trickier than Iron Fist, but not by too much. This next fight here is probably the trickiest in the whole side quest though, because we've got a Punisher, and his special one can be very, very annoying to dodge without blocking any attacks. It is possible, and you'll see it. I do it in this fight, but it's very tricky. And you can see here, he is fully unblockable, and we have no way of getting a clean opening because one of the nodes is Matador, so you only get a bar of power when the defender throws a special. So you can see I did dex that one, fortunately, but I'm not able to consistently dex that. So and I know most people aren't, so definitely try to use a special one to get him down. But I also recommend probably using the recoup boost as well, because that will let you heal from any bleeds that he puts on you with the special one. Because you see here, we do take 2 hits that are fully unblockable, and there was really no way we could get around that. There's no really any boosts that give you indestructible during special attacks or whatever, so I think the Recoup Mastery is the best way to combat that if you're really unsure. But we can, we can survive all of this guy pretty much without copying too many specials to the face, and we don't even have the Recoup boost on as well. If we had that, we would be regenning from those bleeds that he puts on us. Alright guys, so on the left path now, this is probably one of the easiest paths now. It's a nice cooldown after that unblockable path. So this one is just Bloody Mess and Bleed Vulnerability, so basically you'll always be doing triple damage. Since you can apply bleeds through your basic attacks, but watch out for Black Cat's Evade though. And yeah, this path you can get done in no time. Alright guys, so now for the bosses. So the small Venom Howard the Duck, here, he only has defensive transference, so he'll basically get an armor up buff when he hits your block. And so I did tactfully block a few hits at the start and throw a big special one for a bit of extra burst damage, but you don't really notice that much of a damage boost from that special. It didn't do as much as I thought it would. So you can also use your heavy attack to nullify all those, well not nullify, but just remove all those buffs he has as well. And then there is a more beefier Howard the Duck as well, who basically has all of the same nodes as part 3, except he doesn't go unblockable when he has an armor up buff. So he's pretty simple to get down. You can use your heavy attacks to get rid of those buffs, or your special one for a bit of extra burst damage. And while being immune to, even though he's immune to bleed, it doesn't take too long to get down. Alright guys, that's going to do it for week 2 of the Suga Crash side quest. Hope you guys enjoyed the guide, hopefully it helped. There are a few tricky fights in there, like that Icarus and that Punisher, so hopefully you didn't struggle too much on them. So yeah, hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next week's side quest. It's coming soon. See you guys then. Peace out.